Hey, Tarot Talk, welcome to your reading. This is a reading for anyone who finds it whenever you find it. That's the way I've structured it, or I intend it to be. So it will have a message in it for you. Don't pay any attention to the dates if I mention any or certain time. It's a general reading, so it's not going to be specific about specific things, but it is going to have some sort of a message for you. So enjoy. Ooh, okay, that's too many cards, but this one is separate, which I like. Howdy. Okay. So, interesting reading. Let's see what we can get from it. Yeah, some of us are coming from a place where we've been feeling kind of trapped in a circumstance or in a life kind of path, or with a person. It doesn't matter what it is, but we've been feeling stuck and feeling like we can't change our circumstances, or we can't get away from something. But this is our past. This is where we've been. This is where we've come from. And it might be a while in the past. And ultimately, what that served to do was to teach us that we are in control of our own thoughts, because you always have a choice. Like, they may not be great choices that you're faced with, but you do always have a choice, even though we feel like we don't sometimes. This is in the past. This is the Nine of Emotions. So this is where you've come to. This is where you're at. You're in the Nine of Emotions, which is the wishes coming true card, which is really about, like, you're after transforming. Like, let's just look at it this way. In some sense, in some part of your life, in some area, and maybe in all of it, you have transformed or are in the process of transforming this energy where you feel trapped, stuck, and vulnerable, like unsure, like victimized and held captive, where you're in to this, like, these are vastly different energies, where you're floating above the ocean, meditating, really in flow, really in your body, completely trusting and having faith in what is happening and what's going on around you, and knowing that only good things are coming to you. You have a little genie's lamp down here, which is all your wishes are granted. So, like, you've done a phenomenal amount of work in getting from here to there. So, like, first of all, that's amazing. So if we're talking about that's kind of like the broader picture. If we look then into the nitty-gritty of what's going on now more day to day, we've got, like, the Three of Materials, the Ace of Voices, and the Queen of Materials. And you've got the Tower in reverse. So you're recovering from what didn't work out. And while you still have you still have parts of that within you, like, that's not gone. It's still in your energy, it's still in your sphere. Like, this, it's not like the Tower is not here. The Tower is here, but in reverse. So the energy is still very much there, but it's not where it was. it's not painful, but it's made you who you are, is making you who you are. You are rebuilding. You have been rebuilding, and whatever perceived failure you've had is coming to an end. You can see the reasoning for it now. You can understand why it happened, and you've been building something solidly with others, or you've been working alongside others. It doesn't matter, like, this is a Three of Pentacles, but it's not necessarily speaking about your job or your career or your finances or something. It's just speaking about something tangible, and that could be like a home life, that could be a relationship, that could be working towards something, towards achieving something, that could be studying something, that could be like whatever you lost, whatever left you kind of a bit in tatters, you have been building solidly, focusing solidly of putting one step in front of the other to get to where you want to go, which is the Queen of Materials, which is in eyesight, it is in earshot, or it is whatever that saying is. It is within spitting distance. So you're getting there, you're almost there. This is thanks to a spiritual practice, maybe, and just putting one foot in front of the other, or really just believing in yourself after going through a really hard time, because you seem to have re-established yourself and your energy upwards for the better. So there's this, you're working solidly towards a goal, towards something that you have, and there's something else that kind of comes into view or comes as an idea out of nowhere that helps you to kind of skip the step-by-step part to just kind of fast forward into being in the energy that you want to be, or creating substantially, physically, tangibly what you want to create. Now, I'm kind of curious because I don't have that information right. I can't get that information right here. So I'm curious as to what you've seen or what you've heard, or like what's gone on in order to give you this insight, because this is an ace of voices. This is the ace of air, of swords. It's like a bright spark, a bright idea, but you're off on a new journey, you're off on a new trajectory almost, but yet you still end up going where you've always wanted to go. So I don't know what you're building, but whatever it is you're building, there's some sort of flash of an insight or something that you hear or are told that speeds the process up. Or is it just coming from your own mind? Is it coming from everything that you've been developing, everything you've been working on with the nine of emotions? I'm not sure, but I do want to check that out. So let me just get some other cards here. Okay. I want to know, like, what is this ace? What is the ace of voices? What is going on with the ace of voices? Element of wands. So, like, that's the page of wands. Judgment. I wonder. Ooh. Okay, two of these came out at the same time. These are all in reverse, but the deck is not in reverse. Temperance and the Eight of Chalices, the Eight of Emotions. Right, okay. So you are looking back. This is the purpose of this reading. Okay. The purpose of this reading is to let you know that you went from that to that. So why in God's name can't you go from that to that more quickly than you ever thought, or more quickly than you ever wanted, or better or faster or whatever it is than anyone else? Because you have inside of you all the remnants of the disaster that shook you to your core, that made you feel trapped and held captive and victimized, and you completely threw that around. So don't let anyone else intimidate you or talk you out of getting to your goal, which is in this case the Queen of Materials, faster or better or building more. This is something about like you not limiting yourself or not allowing yourself to limit yourself, and reminding yourself of what you've gone through in order to get there. Because I think once you remember this, or you reflect on this, or start to tease this out, this is going to fire you up and embolden you to get to the Queen, bigger, better, faster, whatever it is, than you thought or anyone else thought. Wow. That is a great message. Okay. I'll just take an angel. The God of spiritual healing, an aspect of you or a situation in your life is in need of healing. Yes. So this journey can be replicated and applied to anything. Whatever doubts you have about creating something physically in the tangible, realistic world, whatever doubts that this has left, this imprint that has been left on you, while you may have healed emotionally, psychologically, spiritually even, there is a bit more work to do with regards to being able to create it tangibly, realistically in 3D. And remembering this journey from A to B is going to help you to create what you want to create in this world physically. I love it. Meditation is definitely helping you, or will help you if you're not already doing it, because this helps to give you the insight and to take you out of this. While this is great, working hardcore step by step with others in unison, you're going somewhere else. You're going faster and you're going alone maybe, but it's you who's taking charge of it. It's you who's creating the future that you want, right here, right now. And we have the Nebula Warrior. Wow. Okay. So there's another 7, 8, 3. Okay. So there's the other 8, like it's the same color and all. So she's like the step beyond her. So she's the two of these. She's the two of these together. You know, this is just the victim. This is just the healed spiritual person. But this is the person who's like, yeah, I've been through hell. I'm wearing it on me. I've been through enough. I've done enough. I've seen enough. I can do absolutely anything. 8 is taking charge. It's taking lead. You can see this. We've another 8. That's 2 A's taking charge, taking lead. She's emboldened. She's taking charge. She's taking lead. And this Nebula Warrior, while she's been through it, she doesn't let anyone put her down, and nor has she let it overrun her. She uses it for her fortitude. She uses it to create what she wants, and she gets it. So, great reading. Loved it. I hope you got something from it. I know you got something from it. So thanks for watching.